Hey y'all, it's your girl Miss Antesha from Raising a Woman podcast. Baby, we are on episode number two. What it do? Listen, I want to first of all start off by thanking all of you who have listened, who have liked the video, the podcast, everything. It means the world to me. Starting off small, we building it. We gonna grow. Nothing wrong with that. I want to give a special shout out to all 8. Yes, you heard me right. I said all 8 of my YouTube subscribers. Baby, I don't know who y'all are because I don't know if I can see it, if I'm supposed to see it, or if I just haven't figured that part out yet. But I have 8 subscribers. Child, I didn't have any before. So listen, humble beginnings. It's all about the humble beginnings. All about the humble beginnings. But I got to give a special shout out to, I actually wrote this one down. I got my first 5-star review. Okay, I don't know who you are. I don't know if I know you, if I don't know you, for using a different name. But this came from Apple Podcasts. Someone gave me a 5-star review and they wrote something so beautiful. So it comes from, I think I'm saying this right, Callies, Callies. It says Callies phone. And so Callie said, she is amazing, honest, her voice is calming, and she is very intelligent. Well, let me tell you something. Listen. Okay. Listen. Lock in with me then. Thank you. I seen that. I lit up like a Christmas tree, honey. Don't even get me started. That's what I'm talking about. This is what Raising a Woman podcast is about. Let's uplift each other. Let's grow through it, right? Because we go through it. Let's grow through it. So listen, let me ask you a question. What's wrong with your love? What's wrong with your love? What I mean is there something wrong with the way you love people? Is there something wrong with how you give your heart and yourself to somebody? I was reflecting on this a little while ago because your girl, let me tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if this is you, but I love love. Ladies, I love love. I am that type. But I can't wait. Baby, I'm slipping in the puddle that I done spilt the liquid on the floor. I am slipping in my own mess, okay? Because the thing about Antesha, honey, I'm going to slip and I'm going to dip on it. Like, listen, stop it. Stop playing. I love love, right? I feel like what's so difficult about it? What's so difficult about it? Why we can't have forever in a day? That's it. I just want forever in a day. I want to find my number one, my only one, right? I only need one. I don't need no multiples. No. Your girl's cool with one. One only. Who's going to lock this thing in with me? And let's just go out here and let's just build this empire. Like, can we take over the world? Can we do a little, pinky in the brain type of situation? Not that messy, but can we? Like, what's wrong with that? Right? I'm always finding myself on the end of heartbreak every single time. Now, I'm going to be honest, because if we're going to talk about love, we got to have some accountability. We got to really talk about the things, that maybe we want to push to the side a little bit. The reality is that back then, them younger days, I definitely didn't know my worth. And I operated that way. And when you operate that way, the people you're dealing with are going to treat you that way. That's the first thing. When you don't really love yourself, they know that. And they're going to play off of that. They're going to keep on doing whatever it is that you allow them to do. And so working on your self-esteem, working on, knowing who you are, knowing that you're beautiful and that you are worthy and worth it is so important. Because if you don't think that of yourself, you can't really expect the next person to think that of you. So when I'm having this conversation with myself, I'm reflecting on it and I'm like, I must be, something must be wrong with my love. Something must be wrong with how I'm choosing to love people. Maybe I need to not love so openly. Uh Maybe I need to be a little more cold and distant about it. Maybe I just need to be on my player stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just that time. Let's step into that season. But here's the thing. I had to say to myself, like, girl, no. That's really not who you are. That's not who you are. You are genuine, you are real, and you really do love. And you love in a healthy way. Now, I'm not talking about this crazy stalking type of love and we doing all of this and we tearing up each other's stuff and calling each other out of name. No, 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 no. That's toxic love. I'm talking about coming from a healthy place with it. And my intentions are always pure. I always mean well. I always want the best for you. I want the best for me. I want the best for us. Right? So, should I let heartbreak or the last person change that? I went through that one time where I was so adamant that I'm gonna do the next one. I'm gonna do them the way that they've been doing me. I'm finna do that. And I didn't even do it because I realized that fast that you already broke my heart, right? You already played with me. You already strung me along. All of those things. So now I'm going to let you change my heart? Like, nah. I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to give you all of that power. The reality is there is nothing wrong with my love. It's not. My love is fine. However, when you're loving people who can't accept it, you know, that's the difference. That's the difference, right? My love is too much for that person to handle. And that's not a testament to me. It doesn't mean that, oh, I'm a bad woman, I'm not worthy, or any of those things. It just means that they're at a particular point in their life where they can't receive your love. Oh, they know you're a good woman. Oh, they'll even tell you that. They'll admit that. They'll admit that. But they're not going to lock in with you. Right? And you have to understand sometimes that just how you're going on your own journey and self-discovery and trying to learn and figure out yourself and your purpose, they are as well. And when you feel down about yourself, you don't want to be around people. You don't want to interact. You don't want to socialize like that. It's harder for you to build relationships. And so they may be at that point in their life as well, where they really not feeling too great about themselves. So here you come with your abundance of love and everything, like, wifey on deck. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do the ring. Let's walk down the aisle. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. Don't get me started because I got a microphone and you can't tell me I was supposed to be Beyonce. Look, wait a minute. Don't come. This is only episode 2. Don't come for me. Okay. Hear me out. If I started at about age 7, 8 with the vocals, okay, with the vocals, I'm trying to tell you, you gotta expand your mind, expand it. I'm trying to tell you, I would have been on that stage. Now I would have never had no Beyonce body, baby. This Ren 1010 man body, baby. This body been bad since high school. These knees been a problem since high school. How? I couldn't even walk at one point, had to go to the doctor. Don't you know this man gonna say to me, now listen to this. He gonna ask me if I run track. I said no. Then he gonna have the nerve to say, are you sure? Sir, is track the new gateway drug or something. Why would I lie about being a track athlete? Baby, I'm not running for nothing unless I'm being chased. I assure you, I'm not in some secret underground track running club that I didn't want my mama to find out about. So no, your girl ain't never running track. That's not for me. That's not for me at all. So I wouldn't be doing all of what Beyonce's doing. You know, we wouldn't be. I'd listen. I'd have a little 1-2 step for you now. We gonna come through with a little shoulder action or something. But listen, I'm trying to tell you, if I started at 7-8, I'd have been on that stage. I'd been on that stage. Okay? But listen, I'm getting off track because y'all got me going down memory lane. Okay, but with the memories we on right now is this Heartbreak 808. Now it is. Is it cuffing season? When does cuffing season officially start? I think we're in cuffing season or we're near cuffing season. So let me ask you this. Are you cuffing or toughing this year? Y'all getting cuffed up? Are you toughing it out with your girl? There's no cuffing going on. We just riding out the holidays, honey. We one of one. That's it. It's no dominoes partner. It's no Uno partner. It's no spades partner. It's no nothing. Child, you just cruising through these holidays. Okay, are you cuffing or are you toughing? Let me know in the comments. Let me know on the socials. All right, I'm toughing it out, like I said. You know, no cuffing for me. No cuffing for me. But I remember them days. Okay. I remember them days, honey, where now we got to take it back. I don't know how old everybody is. I'm talking about the house phone days, right? I'm talking about, wait a minute. The house phone with the cord, not even the cordless one, because that wasn't hitting the same. First of all, the reception was always sketchy with our cordless phones. I don't know about y'all's, but it wasn't doing what it's supposed to be doing. But I'm talking about the phone with the cord, okay? You on the phone, boot up, just caking on the phone, twirling the cord. I mean, I'm talking about feet rubbing together, just cheesing from ear to ear. Okay, that was me. That was your girl. I remember a guy I was I was messing with back in the day. Now this was interesting because I never heard of this. His parents or something had some type of lock on the phone line or something where you couldn't call out or call in after a certain time. And I want to say that time was like 9 p.m. or maybe 10 p.m. I think it was 9. I think they were going to bed early. So he and I, it was like a countdown, like hurry, like get on the phone. Cause you know, he won't burn through them cell phone minutes. You know, and it's back in them them T-Mobile days and stuff like that. Like we just trying to burn through these minutes. So we need to get on these house phones. So we would race to the phone and everything like that, get on the house phone before 9 p.m. And then we just on the line. Baby, we just on the line. We just cutting up. I don't even know what we was talking about. But we just be on the phone just for hours and hours. You know, them was the days with that house phone. That was something serious. Now we all got cell phones and we just texting and we scrolling through. Everybody, you know, misconstrued in what the other person meant through the text and all of that stuff. You know, it's not as connecting as it once was. But even so, you know, some things never change. And one of those things are that people are going to treat you the way that you allow them to treat you. If you allow them to get away with all this stuff, they're going to continue to get away with all of that stuff. And if you don't think the most of yourself, they're probably not either. Now, you'll have those individuals. There are the special individuals who will love you through it. They'll see your pain and they'll see that you're not at a good place, but they see the greatness in you. And so they want to love you through it and love you above it. So they're going to put that time in. But for the most part, people will treat you the way that you allow them to, and based off of the energy that you exude from yourself. With me having such a past background of low worth, it's not shocking to me now, here in my 40s, as I'm going back through, the people who I've been with. It's not shocking to me to see how I ended up in those situations. I was the type of girl who I felt like I didn't have a lot and I didn't have myself together. So therefore, I wouldn't expect that of them. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like how do you expect more from someone and you don't have a lot? In theory, it makes sense. But in reality, it plays out horribly because now your standards are super low. Right now, you don't have no high peak. It's just like you feel you're down here. You're like in the gutter. You're on a lower level. That's how you're feeling. And so when somebody else comes along with their low level vibes and vibrations, you feel like that's where you're at. You might think, how is somebody on a higher level going to find me desirable? How are they going to want me? What do I really have to bring to the table? Baby, you have everything to bring to the table. You have everything to bring to the table. And may I add that you might even low key be the table and you don't you don't even realize it. Baby, you might be the table. Okay, you bring something to the table. Child, you is the table. Probably. But you have to see it in yourself. You have to see it in yourself, and you have to know that yes, you know, you may not be the woman that you want to be at this point in time, right? There might be so many things that you want to work towards, you want to build, you want to accomplish career-wise, but don't tangle that up with your worth, right? Because there are the things that you want, your goals, your career, but then there's who you are as a woman. And who you are as a woman is never to be settled upon. It's never to be played with. It shouldn't be. It should be held at the utmost, regard and respect. Starting with yourself. If you can't love you, how are they going to love you? But even if they still don't love you, you still need to love yourself. So when I was sitting there analyzing my love life and how I love, I realized absolutely not. There's nothing wrong with my love. And I shouldn't change it because I've encountered people who are not in that same space as me. Because I've encountered people who, for their own journeys, maybe they were going through it, or maybe just really I wasn't the one for them, right? And the truth is, if you're not the one for them, they're definitely not the one for you. I don't know if you've been in those situations where you've loved someone down. Oh my gosh. I have loved someone. I'm talking about when I walked away from it, I'm crying for like weeks. I could be laughing one moment and then I think about them and I just burst out into tears. It was like that type of heartbreak. But in that situation, it was someone who they were stringing me along. They didn't want what I wanted, but they knew I was a good woman and they didn't want to let me go. And me being in love, when you're in love, the last thing you want to do is feel heartbreak. But here's the thing I realized, and I had to realize that this person was breaking my heart all the time. right? I'm in love with you. You know I'm in love with you. And you're just playing these games. And so I said to myself finally, one day, I said, Antesha, it's girls enough. It's enough. I would rather break my own heart one time, break it one time, than to continuously allow them to break my heart over and over and over again. Yes, it's going to take weeks for your heart to heal, maybe even longer. Oh, yeah, it's going to be tears. It's going to be sadness. But at least that heart is getting broken one time by you and not over and over again by them. So it's not easy. It's not easy going through those things. But I know now, I know my worth. I know my value. I know who I am. I know what I bring. And I'm not going to settle anymore. I'm not going to compromise what I want and the type of relationships that I want. You know, I'm not talking about compromising as far as like equal partnership, like giving and taking, showing up for each other. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the type of compromise where you've lowered yourself, where you've changed the things that were really important for you to you because you wanted to align with what they wanted. I was notorious. Your girl was notorious for playing it cool, honey. I was like, I gotta be the cool chick because they always talking about, oh, y'all crazy, females crazy, always going off this and this and that. I said, I don't want to be that. I want to be that girl. I want to be chill. I want him to see, like, nah, she ain't crazy. She ain't, she ain't this, that, or the other. She's chill. Like, yeah, I'm a build, I'm a grow with her. You know, so I'm playing it cool. Girl, let me tell you something. Baby, I played it so cool. I'm talking about back burner, no simmer. That's how cool I was, honey. I'm on the back burner, no simmer. Okay, no heat. That cool. So I overplayed that coolness. Okay, I overplayed it. Straight homie vibes on to the max. To the max. And I did that. I used to do it all the time because I was trying to be who I felt and thought or knew that they said that they wanted. But what about me? What about Antesha? What about what I want? What about the woman who I want to be? What about that? At those times, it didn't seem to matter because I felt like my options and my choices were limited because I wasn't where I wanted to be at, because I didn't feel good about myself. So I felt like I really don't have the right to expect more. And that's crazy. Yes, you do have the right to expect more. Yes, you do have the right to have standards. Yes, you do have the right to stick to all of the things that you want. And if that person doesn't want that, then so be it. Because then the next thing that was the problem with me was that I would say to myself in my mind, well, if I don't do this, if I'm not like this, some other girl's going to. They're going to walk away, they're going to leave. They're not going to give me the chance. And guess what? That's true. That's absolutely true. They may very well walk away. They may find another girl who's willing, able, capable, who's going to be all the way 10 toes down for they mess. They might. But that's okay. That's okay. Don't have a fear ever of someone walking away and finding somebody else. If you can find somebody else, then I'm not the one for you to begin with, right? Because how you finding somebody else? I know when I'm locked in, I'm locked in. I don't care who walking in the room. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care what the money is. I don't care any of that. That's me. That's how I carry myself, right? So if it's so easy for you to just walk away, then that's exactly what you need to do. Walk away. Ladies, let them walk. Let them walk. Don't be out here over explaining and trying to make sense of their nonsense. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, every time you do that, it's dragging you backwards, further and further and further. And what we want to do, right, here at Raising a Woman, we want to keep moving forward. We want to keep pushing through that pain, keep going towards our purpose, right? Stepping into our full alignment. So we got to realize that sometimes that means somebody got to go. Somebody got to go. Don't matter how much I like you. Doesn't matter how much I feel I love you. You're not stepping up. You're not giving me what I deserve. You're not bringing the same energy. You're not putting the same effort, the same work into it as I'm doing. We don't need to be. We don't need to be. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to let my heart break one time. I'm going to break it. I'm going to break it myself one time before I keep letting you do it over and over again. Before I let you continue to break my heart over and over again, I'm going to do it myself by fully walking away. You have the power. You do. And people love to come and they love to try and make you feel like you don't. They want to snatch that away. And oftentimes it could be their own insecurities, right? They see how powerful you are, your spirit, your energy. They see all that glow in you. They see all that God in you and around you, and they're stuck. And so they're like, I can't have this. I got to knock her down to my level, to where I'm at. And don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. They can try, but don't let them succeed. So if you ever feel that something's wrong with your love, like you keep just striking out, it's just like, man, I keep trying. They keep doing this. They keep doing that. Really evaluate yourself. Evaluate where you're at. Evaluate how you feel about yourself. Be honest. Don't lie to you. You can put on the face and the charade for anybody else, but don't lie to yourself. Be honest. Do you really feel good about you? Do you really feel good about where you are at in life and where you're headed in life? And if you don't, then what are things that you can do to make you feel better? But more importantly, like I said before, you have to separate that, because you can't let where you are in life, career-wise, money-wise, you can't attach that to who you are, to your worth internally. Like, those are external type of things. Don't blend it together. Don't mesh them together into one. You can very well not be happy with where you're at right now, and still at the same time know that you are worth it. You are worth the time. You are worth the energy. You are worth the effort. And you are most certainly worth loving in the most beautiful and healthy way. Don't let where you're at externally muddy up who you are internally, which is a beautiful, dope, intelligent. Okay, need I go on? You already know how I feel. You already know I know you that girl. Do you know it? Do you? It could take a little while for us to really understand that. But I pray that if you don't understand that today, I hope that you really, really work on that and get to the bottom of why you feel that way so that you can get to that level of understanding that you are really that girl. And you don't have to wait to be told it either. You'll know it. Yeah? Listen, it's the start of the week. It's Monday. I already know. Y'all ready where's Friday at? Let's clock out. Let's be done with this. All right. I want y'all to really sit back this week and dive a little deep. Dive a little deep, a little bit into your relationships, whether you're in a relationship right now and it's maybe not going too well, or just your past patterns. Because them patterns, baby, them patterns is going to keep you running in a circle. They're going to keep you doing the same thing over and over again. But please understand that you can't really lose someone who's not actually for you. If you're not for them, they're definitely not for you. They're definitely not for you. It's no love of your life lost when they don't even consider you the love of their life. Like it doesn't, it's gotta be an equal thing. Does that make sense? We're human, so in our hearts are breaking. Like, that was the love. I loved them so much. This and that. But look how they treated you. Look how they moved, how they operated. Look how they moved on. Yeah, that wasn't the love of your life. Your heart's tore up right now, but please believe the love of your life, that's not a one-sided thing. That's a dual, listen. It's not one-sided. It's not one-sided at all. So realize that the next time you encounter heartbreak, or if you're going through that right now, understand that the fact that you're going through this, that they done moved on to the next, okay? Maybe even moved on to the next before y'all ended. Whatever the case may be, that's not your one. That's not the love of your life. The love of your life is not going to operate that way. The love of your life is going to come with the same intention, the same energy. They're going to match it. And matter of fact, they probably going to go above and beyond. Right? They love's probably going to outshine your love. Let your heart heal. Cry when you need to, but understand you're not missing anything real. You're not missing anything real. You haven't met real yet. You haven't met your real yet. Right? Cuz when you do, it's going to be a twin situation for real. Y'all continue to be amazing and blessed. Okay? Continue dreaming big. Of course, loving yourself, working on loving yourself if you're not there right now. But don't stop. Don't stop. Don't let anybody knock you off your path, right? They want to derail you. Don't let them. Understand that you're worthy of all of it. You're worthy of everything. I told you episode number 1 that what I want for you is to receive everything that belongs to you. Every blessing, every dream, every prayer sent up in good faith, right? I mean that. I mean that. Because you truly do deserve it. You do. Y'all have an amazing week. Hit me up on the socials. Okay, Raising a Woman podcast is where you will find me at. Stay locked in throughout the week. Let's chop it up in these posts. Let's get these comments going. Let's get these likes, these follows going. The whole 9, right? I'm your host, Miss Antesha, for Raising a Woman podcast. From pain to purpose. Let's talk about it.